What I want to talk to you about on this training is the close. I believe the close is the most important part of the presentation. This is where a lot of people get tongue-tied, their heart races, their palms get real sweaty. Can anybody relate to this? Two types of people that do a close is amateurs who try to convince, professionals who sort. What I want to do in these trainings is give you an example of both. So you can see an amateur who is trying to convince at a close and a professional who sorts at a close. Now, I remember back in my early days of this career, I used to think about this particular part of the presentation that there'd be a lot of rejections and a lot of objections. And you know what? That's all I got was rejections and objections. And when I sat down with my mentor and I explained to him what I was going through, and he shared with me then that he gave me some scripts and he said, Randy, you're going to have to develop some skills. And these scripts, the more you use them over and over and over and over, will develop your confidence, will develop your posture, and will develop the attitude you need. So for me, that was where the start of my business began, is I had to develop skills. You're not any different. You're going to have to develop skills. When you see these trainings and these examples, this is what you will learn, and you will see a big difference. So it's no different than a job you go to. I can remember a first time right out of high school, my first job I was ever in. I can remember my palms were sweaty. Man, I can remember my heart racing on the job. I didn't have no confidence. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But you know, after I did that job for a week, I was a little more confident. Did it for a month, a little more confident. Did that for a year, and you know what? I had all the confidence there was. Why? Because I developed skills to make that happen. What we want to talk to you about in these trainings is helping you develop skills.